Hi there, I'm Bennett. I'm working with Dolly Varden Silver. I'm a geologist, the exploration manager for Dolly Varden, and I've been working with them since 2021, so I've really got to see the growth of the company. Cautionary statements. So Dolly Varden is located in the Golden Triangle of northwestern BC. This area is well known for being very mineral rich, both in gold and in silver. As you can see here, Dolly Varden is located at the southern point of the Golden Triangle. We are part of the BC MRA, and this is very important to us as we work closely with the First Nations that are on our ground. So, as you guys know, in the market, there's not many pure silver plays. There's about 10 primary producers. There's less than 5 significant non-producers, and then there's Dolly Varden in a safe jurisdiction. So this year we released some high-grade results. We released 14,000 grams per ton over 21.7 meters, which included 10,000 grams per ton over 1 meter. And we really want to highlight this because not only do we have the high grades, we have also the safe jurisdiction. So not only have we been growing the Dolly Varden property by the drill bit, we've also been acquiring properties within our ground. So as you can see, we started with 15,000 hectares and now we're over 100,000 hectares. So we've really significantly grown in the last year. So we originally just had the Dolly Varden property and the homestake property at the start of the year. And then we acquired the Thea, American Creek, and Redcliffe properties from Mountain Point. And this allowed us to grow some of our targets to the north. And then we also acquired Porter from Strike Point Gold. And this allowed us to gain additional ounces of pure gold and silver around Stewart, BC. And then the last acquisition that we made was the Kinscook property from Hecla, and it grew our ground all to the south of us right there. And then we are now neighboring Goliath, and we are all on the same trend. So we felt this was really important as the entire property has a high grade mineralized trend, and we are just starting to explore more of this. So originally the Kitsault Valley project produced over 20 million ounces of high grade silver. So on the left there we had Dolly Varden mine, which was really high grade, and then the Torbert mine, which had an average grade of 466 grams per ton. And then with the acquisition, we also acquired additional old historical mines. So there we had the Porter, Idaho mine, which was a really high grade mine at 850 grams per ton. And then we acquired the Mountain Boy mine, and then the Esperanza mine from the Kinscook property. Our 2025 program, we are currently just finishing it up right now. We have an ongoing 55,000 meter drill program, mapping, prospecting, everything like that. It has been fully funded. We started in May. So our areas of interest, we drilled 80% of our program on Wolf and homestake silver. And then we also drilled in some exploration targets highlighted here: Red Point, Moose, Chance, North Star. And then we also got to drill Big Bulk, which we acquired last year, the bottom half, and we fully allowed us to look at the data, analyze it, and be able to finally drill it. So going to the Wolf deposit, it was an old historical small vein that they founded in 1960. They didn't think it went anywhere, and in 2021 we found that it went under the sediment cap, and we grew it 3 times the size of what it originally was. So the strike length is actually 1,100 meters, and we are continuing to drill it out as of this program. So one of the highlights was the 1422 grams per ton over 21.7 meters this year. It shows that there is the continuity of high-grade high-grade silver, a bit of gold, and it's continuing at depth and along strike. And then a large portion of our program was on homestake silver. So we are continuing to expand this high gold zone and down dip of that high grade gold zone, because it's open along depth and along strike. So as you can see, it has some pretty high grades that we've encountered back in 2024. Just for example, 21.55 grams per ton gold over 8.72 meters. So this is quite high grade, and we're just starting to see the edge of this part of the system, and just infilling around and expanding it to what we're seeing today. So our current mineral resource, we have 34 million ounces of silver and just under 200,000 ounces of gold in the indicated category, and we have 29 million ounces of silver in the inferred, and just under 1 million ounces in the inferred for gold. We are currently doing an updated MRE, and we hope to have one out by the end of Q1 in 2026. So since 2020, we've grown from a $20 million market cap to what we see today as a $500 million market cap. Back in 2020, new management came in, Sean Kunkun, and he completely revamped what you see today as Dolly Varden. So Dolly Varden pre-2020 is not the same. We've grown both by the drill bit and by acquiring more land. So we've had 5 acquisitions in 2025, and then as silver has gone up, and then 15,000 hectares, and it increased it to 100,000 hectares. This is highly prospective land in the Golden Triangle, so it allowed us to see more of what we were seeing on the Dolly Varden property and hope to grow it as to what we see today. So after this program is complete, we will have just about 200,000 meters drilled, and that is focusing on Wolf, Homestake, and a few other targets, Torbrit, and then we've hit some exploration targets like Moose, Chance, and now Big Silver. So we have 87.1 million shares outstanding, fully diluted to 90.5 million. Our institutions are owned by 50%. So you see Fidelity, Sprott, Delbrook. Hecla owns 13.7%. Fury owns 13.5%. Fury is who we took Homestake from, or acquired through. And then Eric Sprott owns 9.5%, and then retail owns 13.3%. As of right now, we have under 40 million cash, and we will be fully cashed for the 2026 program. We just announced financing just the other day, and we will be fully cashed up for 2026 program. This year, we listed on the NYSE. So since we've done that, we have went from a $3.75 Canadian dollar stock all the way to $5.41 as of September 3rd. So our philosophy is good management and good shareholders. We have John Kunkun is the CEO of Dolly Varden Silver, followed by Rob Van Engman as the VPX of Dolly, and then we have some great board of directors, Michael Hendrickson, geologist, structural geologist in Newmont, Rob McLeod, he's also a geologist, a lot of people know him from Nations Royalty, and then we have people like Jim Sabella and Tim Clark Fury, so we have a really good relationship with our board of directors. So since 2021, we have drilled just under 200,000 meters. And as you can see here, we've increased the amount of meters and the money that's spent every year. And the amount of money is spread over different deposits. We haven't just focused on one deposit. And this allowed us to both grow both. It has allowed us to grow homestake. It's allowed us to acquire homestake. It has allowed us to acquire big bulk as well, the rest of it. And then, as you can see in 2025, this has allowed us to make some strategic acquisitions, such as purchasing Mountain Boy claims, and then purchasing the Kinscoach claims, and purchasing the Porter claim. So we feel that this is really a great jurisdiction. We're safe. We have great community relations. We're a pure silver gold play, mostly silver with gold notes. Yeah.
Thank you so much.